Tony Ferguson and Michael Johnson. Our tale of the tape is sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go. The Ultimate Fighter winner, 3 years the elder of the Ultimate Fighter finalist, El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson, will have a 2-inch reach advantage. Once again, with the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist, holding professional record, 11 wins, 6 losses, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Michael the Menace Johnson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record, 14 wins, 2 losses, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 154 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Ventura, California, ladies and gentlemen, he is the Ultimate Fighter Season 13 winner, Tony El Cucuy Ferguson. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Big Dan Mergliata, Jersey Zone, our referee for Ferguson and Johnson. Michael Johnson training in South Florida with Rashad Evans.
All right.
Head trainer Mike Van Arsdale.
Let's go fight, guys.
And the Black Zillions. Here we go. Southpaw Johnson in the white trunks. Black trunks for Tony Ferguson. He has some heavy, heavy hands, and his boxing is outstanding.
In a very underrated wrestling game. We don't see it very often, but his wrestling and his submissions are excellent as well. But mainly known for his knockout punching power. Nice leg kick by Johnson.
Johnson made it to the finals of season 12 of The Ultimate Fighter. He was the top pick of George St. Pierre. Defeated by the winner Jonathan Brookins. Since his comeback and earned a couple of victories, including his most recent over Shane Roller that we spoke of in the feature a moment ago. Ferguson fighting out of Ventura, California. He's fought a bunch of veterans, and Riley and Edwards, since winning the Ultimate Fighter.
Good left hand there on Michael.
Biggest win, Ferguson said, or the biggest thing, Ferguson said after his win on the Ultimate Fighter was, don't let the Ultimate Fighter win change you. And I think Ferguson has just gotten better since winning that competition.
Yeah, unquestionably. He's a very strong fighter and constantly improving. And the pressure of the house and the fight and being on live television for the Ultimate Fighter, all of that just only improves a fighter. And especially coming through that successfully like he did, and with that stunning knockout of Rims in the gym. And then taking on Aaron Riley, and especially Eve Edwards. Yeah. Eve Edwards is such a crafty striker.
Ferguson was a member of Brock Lesnar's team. Went up to train with the members of Death Clutch and Marty Morgan after his victory.
A little bit of a slip there by Ferguson.
Johnson looking to find a home inside. Nice head kick.
Johnson's attack has been more kicking and more movement, more angles, whereas Tony is pressing forward. Like, oh, big left hand by Johnson.
Johnson's got to be careful on the counter. Rocked him with a left, and he pushed right forward there. Great combination by Johnson, and it lands.
And that was right after I was saying that he was more kick-centric with his fight, with his style in this fight.
Caught him with the counter, Joe.
He felt the opening was there. Very nice. There's a big improvement in Johnson's game. It really has been his striking. What the hell was that?
That's to remind all of you that at the top of the hour, we're live on Fox.
Apparently you need to clang metal together to let people know what's up. Yeah, boy, is that Fox card going to be sick. see Johnson is just constantly attacking the legs,
Mixing it up.
Yeah, and that's where that left hand, that's how it snuck in there. The way to land anything is to be really good at everything. So no one knows what's coming. You know, so many young fighters can learn from watching a guy like George St. Pierre or watching what Michael Johnson's done here, where you really don't know where the techniques are coming from because he's mixing it up.
In Joe, in mixed martial arts, that also means make your opponent aware that you can take him down. Because it's not just the hands and adding some kicks, but if you have the threat of the takedown, that opens up a bunch more doors.
Just make the opponent think about it.
Yep, yep.
Ooh, big clash there. Oh, again with the left hand, he caught him. Michael's really successful with that left hand and a good body kick as well.
Michael looks as good as we've seen him here tonight.
Oh, this is the most improved version of him for sure. You know, and as I was saying as he was walking in, I was very impressed with his performance in the Edward Fa'alaloto fight. Really showed the evolution of his skills as a striker. He's just a kid that's hard-working and getting better all the time. And that Blackzilian camp is such a hotbed of talent. Big kick to the body by Tony, and a big punch as well. Some significant shots there by Tony Ferguson.
Good job, good job.
But a very good first round by Michael Johnson.
Stand perfectly, perfect. You see it or not?
Yes,
you
sir.
See everything, everything.
Yes, sir.
Take it easy, everything. Keep doing this. That's good. You hit him and you move. Hey, he's already getting to do crazy stuff, you know. Too quick. You see everything. When you keep kicking now down his neck, he doesn't like that, and you mix it up. Perfect. Perfect.
Time for my hook.
Perfect. Time for your hook, yeah. After you look kick. In the beginning, you look out again the first 30 seconds, and then you start. A little bit more action half of the round. We will tell you. Yeah.
And there's that overhand left by Michael Johnson that rocked Tony Ferguson and dropped him. You see it again. Boom. Went to the chest with it first, and then came up high.
Johnson and Ferguson set for the start of the second round. Michael Johnson looking tremendous in the first 5 minutes.
All right, round two, ready? You ready? Let's go fight,
The
guys.
Menace looking to win 2 straight UFC fights for the first time in his young career. Ferguson with the inside leg kick.
Ferguson landed cleanly several good hard shots at the very end of that round.
9 of his 14 career wins have come by knockout. Tony Ferguson 14-2, Michael Johnson 11-6. Johnson has advanced immeasurably though since training full-time with the Blackzilians.
Combination by Johnson.
And Johnson came in on somewhat late notice for this fight. He replaced Thiago Tavares, who replaced Dennis Holman as opponents for Tony Ferguson. So that messes with the mind of Ferguson as well, preparing for multiple opponents here tonight on Fuel TV. Johnson looking for a home for that straight left again. He threw it there. Stiff jab by Ferguson.
There's the inside leg kicks of Ferguson. A good check of Johnson's leg kicks.
Good exchange. Nice
Right hand
uppercut.
by Ferguson.
Adjustments being made in the preparation for this fight on multiple occasions by Ferguson.
Johnson's kicking into the arms of Ferguson.
Nice combination by Michael Johnson.
And they're kicking into the arms on purpose, a classic Thai technique. Of course, the shin bone is bigger and stronger than the forearm bone, and it can take a lot away from the punching power of your opponent if you can slam that shin into his arms.
Just about to the midway point of this 3-round fight. Into the month, the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Junior Dos Santos, who won his belt on Fox, faces off against Frank Mir. Coverage begins with the prelims on FX. Memorial Day weekend from Las Vegas. Oh, another good left hand. Sometimes we say things at the same time. That was stereo there, buddy.
And it was another sneaky left hand. And it's because Michael Johnson's not going to the well to it too many times. He's just using it very, very cleverly.
Those by far the biggest punches here late in the second round.
And by far the biggest punches landed so far in the fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Although Ferguson, again, dig deep pretty good in the end of the first round.
Johnson again looking for a home with that left. Johnson swinging.
And those are the kind of exchanges he doesn't really want to get in there. He doesn't want to be just trading with Ferguson.
Ferguson, one of the most powerful punchers in the lightweight division. We've seen the damage he's been able to do on previous opponents.
And he's got a great chin. He really does. And he showed that in the Eve Edwards fight.
Again, trying to counter with the left is Michael Johnson.
And this type of style right here, when they're really exchanging, I believe it could favor Ferguson.
Flying knee.
Johnson, I think, is better off if he just keeps moving and keeps, as his trainer Henry Hoop was telling him, attack those legs. Use that leg kick. When they stand in front of each other and bang, I believe it favors Ferguson.
Ferguson threw that straight kick a moment ago, tried to go right up the middle with it. Final seconds of the second round.
Spinning back fist attempt.
We'll listen into both corners.
Grab a seat, grab a seat. Okay, it's probably close right now. Okay? It's probably close right now. Stay focused, Tony. When you get close to the cage, use that cage to back him up and land your shots, okay? Okay, can you put some ice on it? Ready to go for that? When you throw the cage, don't give up. Keep that pressure. When you get up against the cage, don't be scared of going for that takedown, but make sure those legs are close when you're shooting, okay? Because you got to commit those shots. We're throwing punches with our chin way up in the air. Stay down, sit on those shots, and rip something for me, okay? Rip a 5-2 on the inside. Don't worry about kicking those legs, touch those motherfuckers, and keep them honest, okay?
If you get the chance, then you throw the knee. There's one more round. You hit. 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. You heard your feet or not? You don't care.
Mike, establish yourself for the first 20 seconds and then keep it going, okay?
Push it. Give it action now. Come on.
Mike.
Johnson and Ferguson.
Interesting, in between rounds, they were icing Ferguson's forearm. So it's probably from those kicks to the forearm by Michael Johnson. Keep an eye on his left forearm.
Ferguson, talking about the multiple opponent changes, said, the only person who can beat me is me. And he just focused up on what he needs to do to improve every day. And trying to attack here in the third round.
Good inside leg kick by Ferguson.
Tony won the Ultimate Fighter at 170. This is his third fight at 155. Caught the leg, followed up again. Johnson has landed more often here in this fight. Only one takedown attempted in total by both men. That was attempted by Johnson. Caught the kick again. I like how he's got multiple strikes followed up on that counter, Joe. Significant improvement in the striking of Johnson tonight.
Yeah, this is probably, in the mind of Tony Ferguson, a desperation point.
I would think so.
He's got to be thinking those clean shots that he got tagged with probably stole those rounds. You never know, but probably.
I would agree with you, Joe. See if Ferguson does push it up a little bit here with just over 3 on the clock.
And clearly Johnson is ahead as far as significant strikes are concerned. 30% to 42%. Yeah, 53 for Johnson over 33. But you know, Ferguson is a one-punch hitter. If he can connect with one clean shot, and there's one. Right when we said that, he lands the right hand and buckled Johnson.
See if he follows up on it. Johnson with the counter left. Southpaw against orthodox. Southpaw Johnson, orthodox stance as Ferguson goes to the body. Just over 2.5 remains in this fight.
Ferguson may have to close the show, Mike. But for Johnson, it's imperative that he keep moving like he's doing a real good job of cutting angles and keep attacking those legs. There's a nice left hand by Johnson. Another one. Nice leg kick and a nice left hand by Johnson.
Under 2. Just over 90 now. Who will make a sprint towards the finish and capture the victory tonight here in the Meadowlands? Johnson landing more significant strikes, as we showed you graphically a moment ago. Again with that left hand and wobbling again. That left hand has been just a piston.
And he's looking for it again.
Yep, that has been fired continuously by Johnson. And most oftentimes, Joe, he's utilized it on the counter.
Yeah, and one of the big keys for Johnson in this fight has been his footwork, Mike. Very good movement, very fast movement.
You could see that at the very beginning of the fight. His footwork is greatly improved over previously battled.
Takedown attempt stuffed. There's that left again.
That time he led with it. Flying knee attempt. Johnson the aggressor here late.
Another right hand right over the top.
Great performance by Michael Johnson. Again with the left. Not only has he landed more, he has kept Ferguson off balance all night long.
Yeah, he's running away with it now.
No question. Again, and again on the counter. Michael
with
Johnson.
And Ferguson tries to take him down. And another left.
Joey said sprint to the finish.
Yeah,
the sprint was won by Michael the Menace Johnson. Question is, has he won the fight?
Yes, sir.
Joe, while we await the official decision as the judges turn in their scorecards, let's take a look at our move of the fight, brought to you by Metro PCS Wireless for All. It was the frenetic finish by Johnson.
Yeah, the move of the fight is the clean left hands that Michael Johnson just kept landing. Over and over again, landed that left hand.
Our move of the fight brought to you all night long by Metro PCS Wireless for All. Ferguson and Johnson go the distance. We await the judge's decision. And here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Michael the Menace Johnson.
Big win tonight for Michael Johnson. He hands Tony Ferguson his first UFC loss.